Howdy folks, and welcome back to another video. I know I just uploaded a commentary video and I tend to try to stick to one a week. However, if you haven't seen already, and if you haven't seen, what are you doing here watching my video? Go over to LeamonPuppy's channel. LeamonPuppy, she got her account back. For the most part, there's some, issues with it and whatnot. I'm going to be talking about that. But right now, if you have not watched her video yet, leave my video and go watch hers. I'll leave a description to her video at the top link in my description. Watch hers before you watch mine. She deserves all the attention, not me. This was not my situation. In fact, originally I wasn't even going to make a video on it, but LeamonPuppy expressed interest in me, spreading the word. And also, I just want to show her support. LeamonPuppy is awesome. Go subscribe to her if you're not subscribed already. That being said, this is hopefully going to be a short and sweet video about some of the stuff that went on and a little bit of the technical aspect as to why things were handled the way that they were, to my knowledge. First off, everything that LeamonPuppy said in her video, 100% true. I believe full-heartedly that Animal Jam does not take priority with, I don't know what to call them, influencer Animal Jammers. I don't believe that at all. My experience with Animal Jam when I got my account hacked, they were very to the point and they were as prompt as they needed to be. However, it was very clear that they were going through the system, and at first the responses I was getting was not very helpful, and then I reached out on Instagram and it was helpful. So my biggest suggestion, if you're having issues with tickets and making tickets and response from the AJ team, reach out to the Animal Jam Instagram account. They will be really helpful. Now, another good thing worth mentioning is the reason why a lot of the times when you're opening a ticket, it might seem like you're not getting any help, or the person that you're talking to has no idea what's going on. May as well be, because they most likely have no idea what's going on. If you weren't already aware, Animal Jam outsources their support team for tickets to a company in the Philippines, I believe. And pretty much what that does is it's cheaper for the company, more manageable for them. However, that does mean that the people that are replying to and working with you on their support tickets are not located at the Animal Jam WildWorks location within the United States, nor is it a group that's located within Nazara. It's an entirely separate company in the Philippines who have never touched Animal Jam before. They don't work to develop it, and so they most likely don't know what's going on. And they're just doing the best that they can with the information that they have, and if need be, they'd reach out and they'd talk to WildWorks directly. But that's why it could be a bit difficult, so my best suggestion would be, if you're having some trouble with support tickets or feel frustrated, reach out to the Animal Jam team on Instagram. They are absolutely amazing. The Animal Jam social media manager is amazing. That would be my biggest suggestion for you. I will say, however, I do also 100% believe that LeamonPuppy was given a lot more support than anyone else would be if in her identical situation. I say this because of a few things. One, within the emails between LeamonPuppy and Animal Jam, which yes, I have seen them and I will not be including any personal information here for obvious reasons, Animal Jam pretty much told LeamonPuppy, hey, this isn't what we would normally do for a situation like this, and if this were to happen again, we will not be taking these steps to recover your account, and it would be on you. And what that says to me pretty much is that this is definitely not a quote-unquote typical situation. And in my opinion, personally, the reason that they went this far to recover LeamonPuppy's account, because yes, that was a lot of work to do to recover one account, was because in part, it was most likely a PR stunt. I say this because you guys saw the outrage that occurred when we first got hacked. Even if our situations weren't connected, two influencers, even though one is much smaller than the other, getting attacked and hacked at the same time, that's crazy. The community blew up. You saw Animal Jam's post they had to make on Instagram. Their DMs were most likely flooded. And the reason why they worked so hard to try to recover this account is in part most likely because I do believe they genuinely care about their players, but also a little bit of a PR stunt to make sure that things don't blow up again. A few things worth mentioning that I'm going to bring up here about the process of LeamonPuppy getting her account recovered is, one, the account was permanently deleted. It's worth mentioning that it was not on the queue to be deleted because according to Animal Jam's emails with LeamonPuppy, her account had been scheduled to be deleted 2 weeks before she realized that it was and sent out the request to Animal Jam as a support ticket, which means whoever deleted her account from the parent dashboard did so 14 days before LeamonPuppy made her video and 14 days before she found out, which unfortunately means that the day that she posted her original I Got Hacked video was the same exact day. Her account was not scheduled to be deleted, but actually was deleted. However, it was recovered anyways. Why is that? Now, I am going to explain this to the best of my knowledge. However, I'm not a computer nerd, so feel free to correct me and take this with a grain of salt. But to my understanding, when you delete something like that, it's not as simple as just turning all of those hypothetical ones of the account information to zeros. You're not literally just breaking it all down to zeros and blank space. while the computer will not recognize, at least on the surface level, that information is still being held there, all of the bits and pieces that made up LeamonPuppy's account were still there. And pretty much what it does is it takes it apart, puts it in some, different areas here and there, and then over time, as more information is introduced, it will overwrite and pretty much cover up all of LeamonPuppy's data and pretty much push LeamonPuppies away to add new stuff. But it isn't immediately, quote-unquote, deleted right away. This did bring up some issues, though, because they couldn't actually go about, recovering LeamonPuppy's data until they had some more information about the situation. Whether or not it was just deleted off of the email, as somebody claimed to do. Yeah, if you didn't know, somebody was claiming that they were the person to delete LeamonPuppy's account by sending an email, which that is a big problem, because if that did actually happen, spoiler alert, it didn't, that would be a huge issue, because that's not how things are supposed to go. So they had to check and say, hey, does somebody by this name exist? What did they do? Why were they breaking the rules? This person needs to be fired. Long story short, that was a big hoax. Someone was just looking for attention, and it was deleted from the parent dashboard. But after they had all of the information as to how it was deleted and the circumstances behind it, at least as much as they could get, then they can actually go about recovering the account. And at that point, because of course they're dealing with a ton of other people's tickets as well, some of the data of LeamonPuppy's account had already been overwritten, which means that pretty much what they had to do was they had to make a brand new Jammer account, and they just gave it whatever LeamonPuppy wanted the name to be, which in this case was LeamonPuppy Official. So they made this new account with the username LeamonPuppy Official, and then they had to pretty much dig around through the information they had on their computers and servers to find bits and pieces of whatever was left of LeamonPuppy's account, and pretty much put it on top of this new account as if this new account was a skeleton, and they were Frankensteining the pieces that they had together, which means that LeamonPuppy did unfortunately lose her username. She was unfortunately unable to recover her username, her buddies, all of that kind of stuff, and her My Shops, which I'm gonna presume the reason that she couldn't recover the My Shops specifically, but all the other items are fine, was my guess is because they're programmed differently, which is probably also why you can't trade them. But pretty much, they did manage to recover most of her information and kind of stitch it back together in a Frankenstein, but that is really difficult to do, and at least as far as I'm aware, as someone who is absolutely not aware of technology, that is a really difficult process, which sometimes requires outside professionals to do. So yes, Animal Jam and WildWorks went through so much to try to get LeamonPuppy's account back. And I do think that it was in part because they genuinely do care about their community, but I also think that it was a little bit of a PR cover-up to try to make everyone calm down. If let's say that you're a random player who's only been playing for a year and a half, who doesn't make content, and this happened to you, no, I don't think that they would have gone through the same measures. By Animal Jam's admittance themselves, this isn't typically how they handle these things, but it is kind of important for the community that this did happen. And I feel like it is okay to both admit that this was, in part them being, helpful and kind, but I do think that it is okay to admit that they did a good thing while also admitting that they might have had alternative, intentions by doing this good thing. As for whether or not, the issues with me and with LeamonPuppy are related, I have absolutely no idea. My account, even if the hacker that supposedly got into my account did want to delete my account, they couldn't, because you can't delete an account that has active membership, which would mean that LeamonPuppy did not have active membership. I do, which meant that they couldn't delete my account. I don't know how or why I was locked out of my account. But that's it. I was just locked out. I didn't lose anything. My account was never deleted. It was just a matter of having my passwords manually changed by Animal Jam and changing my parent email so that it wouldn't happen again. Whereas LeamonPuppy had to have her account entirely recovered. And, as we've said before, it's been now verifiably proven that the person who initially said, "Hey you guys, I hacked LeamonPuppy's account," turns out that, they were just faking it for clout. However, obviously someone did it. Obviously someone hacked her. Obviously someone hacked me. If it was the same person, we don't know. All that is worth mentioning is that both of us in the past have been harassed by the same few people, now and again, her more severe than myself, of course, but that is worth noting, and also really weird that it happened around the same time, but it could be some absolutely insane coincidence, but I personally am not really ready to believe that it was just a little silly happenstance. That being said, I'm really happy that I was able to spend a lot of this time helping LeamonPuppy out the best that I could in DMs, and I was so angry sometimes at like how difficult this was, and I felt really bad for her, of course, because I know that if I lost my account like that, I would be fuming. And if LeamonPuppy, if you're watching this, know that like no matter what, you can reach out. I'll help you out in any way that I can. And I am so happy for you. I'm so glad that you can have your account back now. And I hope to see new content from you in the future. Congratulations. That being said, thank you guys for watching the video. And please, if you're not already subscribed to LeamonPuppy, please, again, subscribe to her, leave a comment down below showing your support to her, comment on her video, like her video. Let's give her some support and some welcome back to the community, because after all of this, she definitely deserves some love and affection. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all around.